What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TBULL today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. This video, we will be doing technical analysis, but I'll do that at the end. I want to talk about how to buy TBULL because there's been a lot of questions, and I'm assuming from a lot of people in the United States, how do you buy TBULL? And there's a couple of ways that you can do this, right? You can get a VPN, and if that sounds too intimidating, you don't have to do it, but getting a VPN is probably the easiest way to do it. You just pay for a VPN, use an IP address that's not in America, and then bada bing, bada boom, you can buy TBULL like you buy any crypto on an exchange like MEXC or HTX Global, right? Those two exchanges have TBULL to buy. So you could do it there. That's probably the easiest method. And it does cost money, right? VPNs cost a little bit of money. You have to set up another account, another exchange, but you'll have more exposure. It's probably going to be better for you anyways, but I get it. If you don't want to set up a VPN, don't do it. I'm lazy. I haven't set one up myself. I use the DEX. I use DEXs or link. Tron link to buy TBULL, and that was a lot more difficult. If you want to be lazy, you're going to do it the more difficult way anyways, but going through the ways of a DEX, there's benefits to using DEXs too and wallets. You know, your money's not on an exchange or anything like that, but with what I'm talking about here, Tron link, if you want to buy, what you do is you type in Tron link on your laptop if you want, Tron link extension if you want. You can download it here. I'm not gonna download it or show the extension here at all. I'm not gonna like pull up my wallet or anything. But you can also do it on your phone, which is probably a little bit. It's about the same level of difficulty, right? Your app will look something like this whenever you pull it up, right? Oh, I don't know what's going on there. It'll look exactly like this. Okay, why are you moving down? It keeps wanting to move down. Oh, okay. So I can't move down. If I move down to any degree, it's gonna pull me down there. There we go. Okay. It'll look like this, right? You'll have your wallet name, whatever, the amount of money that you have in there. Whenever you first open up Tron link on your desktop or on your phone, it'll look like this, but you'll only have TRX, USDT, and USDD. It's very important when you're sending funds on here that you are doing so in the most efficient manner, okay? This is where I had a problem myself, because what I did was I sold some of my TARS AI, TAI coin, which is also on a DEX. I sold that for Solana. Right? And then I moved that Solana to Coinbase. Whenever I transacted my TARS AI for Solana, that costed money because of a swap. You know, there's fees to that, right? And you don't, you know, let's say you sell $1,000 worth, you're only going to get $900 worth or $950 worth, right? There's some fees that come along with that. That's just one fee because I sold from TAI to Solana. Then I moved that Solana onto Coinbase, where I can then sell that Solana for USDT. You know, and then I use that USDT to buy this. If I just swapped my TAI for USDT, that would have been one less transactional fee that I would have had, right? I went from TAI to Solana and then Solana to USDT on Coinbase, right? And then I went from USDT to TRX on Kraken. I went to Kraken. I set the USDT to Kraken, and I bought TRX because you need TRX like you need Solana or Ethereum when you're using DEXs or wallets to transact. You need TRX in your account. So don't do it. I could have done this all in such a simplistic way. I did like 4 transactions. I lost a good bit of cash just on fees alone, right? Because I was being inefficient. I didn't think it clearly through. And it was a lot more inefficient than that even, man. But if you just sell whatever coin you're holding for some USDT and you send that USDT to Kraken or to Binance US, if you're a United States citizen, Kraken and Binance US are the only exchange options that allow you to buy Tron, TRX, and you need some TRX. If you're in USDT, you know, and you don't want to sell your USDT, all of it for TRX, sell some of it for some TRX. Get like $20, $100 worth of TRX so that you can do some transacting. You don't need to transact all of it, so you can avoid some fees there too. You can send that USDT on the Tron network or the TRX on the Tron network to your Tron Link wallet or SunSwap, even if you're using SunSwap. And then from there, what you'll see is you've got this here, this little plus sign. You click plus, it'll pull up some options. Scroll down to TBULL, click on TBULL. TBULL will now be up here. Whenever you see these up here, send, receive, vote, stake. If you pull this to the right, you see how it looks like it can move right a little bit right there. It looks like it can swipe to the right. Swipe it to the right and you'll get that swap option, okay? And then you click swap. You swap your USDT or your TRX or whatever it is, USDD. I just used USDT myself, and I had some TRX to help fund it. I had to send the TRX separately because I sent USDT on the Tron network, and then I couldn't use my wallet because I didn't have TRX, which obviously you would need TRX for using the Tron network. Again, I didn't do it the most efficient way, you guys. And then you swap, and then boom, there you got it. You don't have to use SunSwap, but you can use SunSwap. TronLink is what I used. But there might be benefits to using SunSwap or other things. You don't have to do it this exact way, but that's how I bought TBULL. And I don't know how clear or how well articulated that was, but I feel like it was pretty well articulated. If you follow those steps, you should be fine. The part that you're going to go wrong with, and something that somebody actually wrote in the comments, they said that they tapped out because they were getting eaten alive by the fees, is that part, right? You have to be efficient with it. Ultimately, the end goal is you need TRX on your wallet on the DEX. That's what you need. You don't need USDT, but how are you gonna get TRX unless you're using Binance US or Kraken? Well, if you don't have a bank account established with those, you're gonna have to send other cryptos, probably USDT or Bitcoin or something, to those exchanges, do your transactions, buy Tron, and whatever you have, whether it's USDT or TRX, you're at the end of the day going to need some TRX to do the transactions. That's what the payment processing is used on, is TRX. So get some TRX. If you're in the United States, you have to buy TRX from Binance US or Kraken. Those are your only two options, okay? Figure it out. Make a new exchange account. Get it if you want it. If not, if that's too much work for you, I get it, but oftentimes it's not the easy things that are the best, right? It's the hard things that you have to work for that provide the best growth and stuff like that, right? I've missed out on plenty of opportunities because I was like, that just sounds like a pain in the ass. It kind of is a pain in the ass, and that's why I really recommend using a VPN, but I digress. Let's talk about TBULL here. Okay, TBULL, looking at it here, you're at about 0.004. That's nice, right? You're consolidating here. You absolutely look like you're going to break out to the upside. I have no doubt in my mind about that. This consolidation on a daily time frame looks phenomenal right here at the overbought zone. You're setting yourself up for some bigger stuff. That's for damn sure. If we're looking at TBULL and we go maybe to the all-time history, I've got some alerts set up here. I'm going to delete these alerts right now because I don't need them. I was having them yesterday just because I was wondering if we'd break out, but we didn't. But that's okay. From the high, not the all-time high. This I would say is probably the all-time high. I'm not going to count the scam wick. To the all-time low, you're right above the 236 consolidating. A lot of cryptos have done this recently, and what they'll do afterwards is they will rip right on up to their golden ratio. So I'm expecting that something on the lines of about 1 cent to 1.2 cents is coming our way, you guys, in a very, very short amount of time. After that, we will continue ripping. We will go up to about 1.6 cents, 2.2 cents. And the fact that this is a meme coin, the fact that TBULL is a meme coin, gives it a little bit more grace, let's say, in defying logic. It can defy logic. It can defy the rules of the fibs. And because you're at such a low market cap in this thing, you're at a $4 million market cap now, right? $4 million right there. You really could. I mean, you never know, man. You could just 10x it overnight. We could see some crazy stuff, you guys. And I am expecting crazy things. This is what I'm thinking if we don't get crazy. What's not crazy is a 1 cent to a 2.2 cent price. If we get crazy, we're going to rip right on up to new all-time highs, right above 3 cents, right? Something like that could happen. And genuinely could happen by the end of May, if not sometime in June. I certainly do expect that by the end of this next rally in the crypto space, by the end of June, early July, if this does what I think it's capable of doing, we will at a minimum see about a 16x move. If not, potentially at a maximum see something on the lines of a 40x move or more. And I know this sounds crazy. These are some of the highest level predictions that I've made, but this is why it was so urgent for me to make, for me to make these purchases on TBULL, and why I'm making such descriptive videos, because I really do believe we're going to see some growth. Now, this is the important part. This is probably the most important part of the entire video that I've made so far. Are you ready for it? Do not bet the farm on this, okay? Do not bet the farm. It's still a meme coin, okay? Make sure you have money allocated in other things that are going to grow and do well, right? Do not put your whole bag in this thing. If you do, you'll probably do well, but maybe not. It's a meme coin. It's a low cap. We're at a $4 million meme coin, right? Don't put your life savings in that, please. It might seem right now like this is a calling. If I put it in now, I'll have glory and riches. But then, what if it doesn't? What if it goes to zero? You're going to be like, I put my life savings in a $4 million meme coin? How stupid. Of course I deserve to have no money. You know what I mean? Like that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, okay? I really do believe this thing's going to do well. I really, really do. But just understand, Meme coins are for fun. They're for quick money, for fast money, for that euphoric feeling that the crypto markets only can provide. No other market on earth can. And even then, they still can drop, right? I don't think this one's going to. My logic here is, first off, doing a little bit of research on TBULL. It's TBULL. The Tron Bull is the official mascot of the Tron network, right? I'm pretty sure TBULL itself has been endorsed by Justin Sun, the founder of the Tron network, and I've seen stronger narratives than that being built for meme coins, and they still flop. You know what I mean? But still, it's a strong narrative. The community seems strong. We've been getting a lot of love from the community lately on X. Shout out to all the lovers out there. And then I think that the tokenomics are fine, right? Because it's fully diluted, isn't it? Circulating supply here, fully diluted valuation. It's the same price, yeah. So that's good. There's not going to be any surprise unlocks or anything like that happening. What else was I going to say? Damn it, I'm getting sidetracked here. All in all, I think this thing does have a lot of potential. The low market cap itself. Oh yeah, what I was going to say is that last year in early 2024 we had a bit of a meme season. Meme coins on pump.fun were just ripping. It didn't matter what they were. Just any coin on pump.fun was ripping, right? You guys remember that? And then after the Solana memes pumped and all that was done, it shifted to base memes, Ethereum memes, Tron memes, Sonic memes, Phantom, formerly known as Phantom. You know what I mean? So Solana memes we've already seen recover. We've seen Pepe recover, Dog with Hat. We've seen Moodang. We've seen all kinds of Solana memes recover over the past couple of weeks now. They've seen an immaculate pumps, 400% pumps, 500% pumps in a week, right? Next in the list, what would trickle down next would be the Tron memes, the TRX memes. I believe it will be. And whenever this recovers, you're looking at this here, this giant pattern. It's a nice saucer pattern, rounded bottom pattern. It's actually a very, very bullish pattern indication here with this kind of rounded bottom. Whenever you do pump, you get some immaculate growth. Are you going to go all the way up to see a 41x? I don't know. Maybe you do that. There is a golden ratio extension up there, and maybe if not by the end of June, early July, if you're not up there, maybe sometime toward the end of the cycle and beyond, you could be up there, right? A 41x, a 42x essentially is what that is. That would be, let's see, a 10x from here would be 40 million. So that'd be about 160, 170 million dollars in market cap. That's really not that high. Right, we're not dealing with, and don't get me wrong, that's a lot of growth, but $170 million market cap for what is essentially the meme coin on the Tron ecosystem, when there's not really a whole lot of options in Tron. There's a plethora, there's a multitude of meme coins available in Solana, right? It makes your head spin. There's new ones every day that you're seeing. On Tron, there's only so many, and this one is a very prominent one, I think, right? There's another one called Bull. And I'm not trying to throw any shade at Bull. I think Bull is probably good too. It's the same kind of meme, right? There's Dog with Hat, there's Bonk, there's Floki, there's Shiba, and there's Doge. They're all Doge, Shiba Inu meme coins. There can be multiple bulls. I'm not saying there can't be, but I think that TBULL is it's the original. It was the first one, so I think that it has a little bit of a leg up there. Bull itself is it's available on the same exchanges. I'm pretty sure the TBULL is. It's available on more exchanges, and it's got a higher market cap. I'm interested in TBULL because it's the original, it's older, and it's got a lower market cap. But hey, Bull, you've got this nice double bottom look too. So if the question comes to mind, Bull or TBULL, which one do I invest in? I don't care. They're both meme coins. Make your own plays. Maybe invest in both. I'm sure if one of them does well, the other one will probably do well as well. So it's it doesn't have to be so complicated. It's meme coins. Don't complicate it. You know what I mean? But also on that kind of notion of not complicating it, it's a meme coin. We're in this thing to make money, right? So you get in and you get out. And if it keeps pumping, you don't look back, right? You take your bag of gold and you put it into something that has longevity to it. Not that this won't have longevity. I think TBULL really could have some longevity, especially because Tron itself is potentially getting an ETF approval. Right? This is some pretty big news. And TBULL or Bull being one of the being the mascot, the Tron Bull being the mascot of the Tron ecosystem, this could really do well over time. Especially if Justin Sun and the Tron team, if they really endorse this thing and they promote it, I don't know what the future is going to look like, but who knows? Memes can take a life of their own, that's for damn sure. But I don't really think I have anything else that I want to say. I've gone on long enough, so I'm going to end the video there. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We're at about 0.004 now, and I really do believe that we're in the process of ripping to 1 cent and beyond by the end of the month of May, and that's why I made a play on TBULL. Don't go putting your life savings in this thing. Even $100, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Imagine you put $100 in this thing. It's at a $4 million market cap, and it grows to a $400 million market cap. That's not a small amount of money, But in the grand scheme of cryptos and meme coins, 400 million is not asking the world. That's a 100x. You could put $100 in something, and it could literally generate to $10,000. And all you did was sleep on it. You know what I mean? And $100 is not enough. It's not enough money for anybody to worry about. It's not ideal. Nobody wants to lose $100. I don't care if you have $100 to your name or you have $1 million to your name. Nobody wants to just burn $100 for fun. Some people do, but you guys are silly. I don't get people that do that. The main point being, it can turn into a lot of money. You can take a little bit of money and turn it into a lot of money. Don't think I can turn a lot of money into even more money. That's greedy. Just think a little bit of money can turn into a lot of money. That'll mitigate the risk. And maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you get a multi-100x with this thing. I don't know. But I am certain, or I am pretty confident in the fact that we will move to the upside here. There seems to be some added interest over the last few days. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.